live, well, in 2025. I've done a few, but I have not been on YouTube live and I'm out for my walk. So I said, gosh, let me just connect, see who's even on YouTube. Today's video is about starting over in your mid 40s. And the reason I'm being so specific with the mid 40s is because I feel like when you're in your 30s, you kind of not dread, but you think of like, oh my gosh, my 40s, I am like, that's old, right? Then you get to 40 and you're like, wait a minute, I'm still young. Like 40s is nothing. And you're still feeling like so good. And, like it's maybe like not what you expected it to be. Those dogs are just chilling there. They didn't even bark at me. What good doggies. They didn't even bark at me. So then, oh gosh, a bus is coming. Okay, since I'm doing this. Anyways, what is this bus doing? So then you're like, okay, so then you're in your 40s and you're doing great. But guys, mid 40s creeps up on you, and all of a sudden, it's a whole new animal of the 40s. I feel like a lot of life changes started for me around like the 42, 43, 44 mark. 44 was pivotal for me. But how does this happen? Why does it even happen? I think that what happens is we finally reach an age where we know exactly what we want. We're tired of maybe people pleasing, sugarcoating, uh, putting our needs last because maybe, we were all in the trenches of motherhood. And now your mid 40s gets here and you're like, I know exactly what I want out of my life and I don't want to put up with anything less. And so changes begin to happen. And I'm kind of in that space too. I think this bus is coming back. Is it? Yeah, it is. I'm kind of in that space too because at 44, I had a huge spiritual awakening where, let me let this bus pass. At 44, I had a huge spiritual awakening where I walked away from my childhood religion. It was one of the hardest things I ever had to do because my whole identity was wrapped up in that. It was, I don't want to say sold to me, but it was, what's the word I'm looking for? Taught to be absolute truth for me. And so discovering that it wasn't absolute truth was devastating for me because I felt lied to. I felt deceived. I felt like I didn't even know what I believed anymore. And so at 44, I literally felt like I was getting like I had been living with a veil under my eyes and now it's lifted and I have to decide what is it that I believe? What is it that I want to teach my children? Who am I? What is my relationship with God? Like all of that. And it's taken me several years to finally like, okay, I think I'm getting there. But that first year was so hard. That first year was the only way I could describe it is like I picture the scene of like Alice in Wonderland falling down that what do you call it, the tunnel or whatever, when she was just like falling and you're just like all these things are coming at you. That's how I felt like I was just falling into like the depths of the unknown, and it was so scary because my whole life had just been like laid out and I knew exactly, this is the right path, and then all of a sudden I'm like, what path am I on? Another big change was my career change. I was in fitness, wellness. More cars are coming. Oh, this way looks really cool. This way looks really cool with that lighting. I was in fitness and wellness. Let's walk back this way. The lighting's better. And all of a sudden, I was no longer aligned with the industry. Uh, it wasn't serving me. And I made the decision to walk away from like fitness and weight loss. And that was also very hard because I had my clear path of what I do online, and I knew exactly what I basically show up online for. I talk about health, nutrition, weight loss, and I had a business going, and I would help people with that. And then all of a sudden, I lost that. And then I'm like, what do I help people with? Then I went down this long rabbit hole of like, what's my purpose? I know I have a purpose. I know that people are listening to me online, but like, now what do I do now? And that was a whole thing too for me as well. And I guess the whole reason why I wanted to come on here and just have an open discussion about it is because I guess I just want to give you permission to look at your life and truly ask yourself, am I where I want to be? Is this the woman that I would dream about being in my youth? Am I living the life that truly serves me, that allows me to be my highest self? Am I? And if those answers are no, this is the age where you start to say, you know, like, who do I want to be? And then you go out and become her, you know? Oh my gosh, this car sees me there walking and it just like drives right by. So you ask yourself, is this who I want to be? And this is the age you're finally courageous enough to go for it. Yesterday, I saw a video of a girl, broke my heart. She was just talking about being a single mom and all of her struggles. And I thought, oh my gosh, look at these, like women, we go through so much and we live so much of our lives, like just maybe not being exactly who we are meant to be. But if you're brave enough to go after it, like one of my friends got a divorce in her mid 30s because she didn't want to go into her 40s, like not living the life that she believed that she wanted to live. So